storytelling and a positive one.
I definitely think there is, and I think, you know, I felt really lucky for most of my career to be able to play really strong, interesting, complicated women. And I think that television has sort of pioneered that. You know, I think that that was really the space that was able to prove there was an audience that wanted that, and that there was, you know, a huge world out there that wanted to see women who were equally footed with men in terms of their abilities, their mental abilities, their physical abilities, their superhero abilities, all those things. So I think television really kind of started pushing that forward first. And I think Once Upon a Time has been huge. You know, this was the first time they ever saw a sword in Snow White's hand. They eventually did that as well in Snow White and the Huntsman, but that was after us. And I remember even when they were shooting the pilot, that was a big concern about whether or not Disney was going to allow us to show a sword in Ginnifer Goodwin's hand in that scene. And ultimately they decided to move forward with that, but that was the beginning of a huge change in terms of how people perceived fairy tale princesses. And I think it's really exciting because you can love all the things that you want to love about a princess, but it's also nice to know that, you know, a princess can save herself. She can save her friends. She can be the best version of herself. She can be strong. She can fight. And I think one of the other things that Once Upon a Time did a great job of is that it did find that balance where these women were also vulnerable. So it wasn't two-dimensional in the sense that it wasn't like, oh, that she's strong, so she's just infallibly strong, or she's vulnerable, so she's just completely weak and vulnerable and in need at all times. There was this really nice balance of these women being human. You know, I am a strong, smart woman, but I'm also very vulnerable, and I'm also very sensitive. I'm both of those things are a big part of me, just like I'm sure they are a part of all the women in the audience here. So I think that the more we start telling stories that show that fullness, that wholeness to these women, the more people, more audiences will actually really relate to these stories and continue wanting to watch as loyally as you guys have watched.
Yeah, well said, thank you. Hi.
Hi. I also wanted to say thank you because I got to watch this almost every Sunday with my